Secret number one is about why you should do it as a business. And like anything that businesses want to do, there are carrots and sticks. And traditionally, business has been pushed along by the sticks. So in the Russian example, there were no sticks under the communist system, so there was no pollution control. But in this country, in the West, we have legislation. It gets tighter and tighter. We get more legislation. If you allow yourself to be pushed by legislation, you're asking for trouble, because it gets more and more expensive. You invest 1 year in some pollution control, a couple of years later the regulations change, regulations tighten, you have to do it again, and it just becomes an added expense. Now, more progressive companies are starting to realise, well, what happens if we go beyond compliance and start, moving far ahead of the legislation? And we'll cut costs through saving on waste, saving on energy, saving on water, and we'll keep ahead of that sort of vicious cycle of compliance. And if you talk to people like organisations like the Carbon Trust, they're all branded, cut your carbon, save money. But even that's a little short-sighted. And the really far-sighted businesses are doing it to tap into new markets, new business opportunities. And I've got some figures here. The official figures for the global market for low carbon technologies, environmental services, is £3 trillion. £3 trillion. And that's not including all the sort of ethical purchases and buying eco-over rather than normal washing powder, which in the UK alone is £32 billion for that sort of purchase. So there's a massive opportunity here. And the really cutting edge companies are starting to do that. Marks & Spencer's with their Plan A, they have decided that they did Plan A because they reckoned that in this century, part of their whole thing of being a trusted brand was to be seen to be doing the right thing. So normally I'm very gung-ho about, you should go green, you should be really proactive. But there's a big caveat here. And that's a bit like the dot-com boom, where they just thought if they stuck E in front of everything, then somebody would make a lot of money. You still have to have a proper business model underneath it. And I'll illustrate it with an example that everybody should be familiar with, which is when compact fluorescent tubes came out, these energy-efficient light bulbs. They looked like this, big, cumbersome and ugly. And look at the branding up here, Earthlight. Buy this and save the planet, hair shirt, fill your house full of these. And of course, apart from a very small green niche, they never sold. Philips, who produced that, as you can see, then rebranded it. Same technology, different look, and now a real macho name, marathon for men, last 5 years longer. This is like a Gillette advert now. All those stats that you can just about see there, how much money you'll save over the bulb's lifetime, and there's an Energy Star badge here down at the bottom, which tells you that it's been accredited by other people, and that started selling really well. So, business sense, bad product, badly marketed. Much better product, much better marketed. So, the secret number one of the 3 secrets is treat the environmental agenda as an opportunity, not a threat, but don't forget you're running a business. And it just doesn't go for product design or marketing. I've seen lots of other companies assume that, for example, local authorities will always buy green, no matter what the quality or the price of the product is. You still have to have that business sense.